Hello everyone, so before we get into today's video, here's a quick roundup of this week's fragrance community news. First, Erwin Creed has denied reports that he's been grounded by his father after scratching the words "I love Club de Nuit Intense Man" into one of his dad's fragrance boxes. Next, an old video from Chad from A Gentleman's Journey has been nominated for the award for the most educational fragrance video to date.
But this is from Tom Ford, and it's from his private blend collection, and that is Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. So Tobacco Vanille, that is French, so in English it would be tobacco and vanilla.
And finally, Angry Jeremy Fragrance Patreon supporters have demanded refunds after an Instagram post he made this week. Hello everyone, welcome back. So today it's time for another fragrance showdown, and it's going to be Dior Sauvage versus Pineapple Vintage X Batch. So Dior Sauvage from 2015, one of the biggest selling men's fragrances out there, really popular, fresh, masculine, modern, woody scent, huge seller, popular with people. Everyone likes the way this smells except people who review fragrances or are obsessed with them, for whom it can smell a little generic and unexciting just because it's a little bit all things to all people, fresh, modern, happy, in your face kind of smelling. Really nice, but you could say it smells just like a really nice shower gel or something. So a very popular scent, worthy of our attention, but for a lot of us fragrance reviewers, not a massive favourite. I gave it a 7 out of 10 in a review, and I kind of stand by that as my score. I would still give it now. The competitor then is PARFUMS Vintage X Batch, or Pineapple Vintage X Batch, to give the fragrance its full name. So this one takes the previous theme from that company of pineapple smelling fragrances based to a large extent on Creed's Aventus, of which they've done very many different versions, supposedly representing different batches of Creed Aventus. They've mixed that DNA with the ambroxan, kind of synthetic masculine woody note from Dior Sauvage. Let's see how successful they've been. So let's do a bit of information about the two fragrances. Dior Sauvage from 2015, Perfumier François Demachy. The notes in this one: bergamot, ambroxan, geranium, pepper, lavender, vetiver and patchouli. You can pick up a 60ml bottle of this one for around about £54 in the UK, or the 100ml that I've got here around about £69.50 online. Let's compare. Pineapple Vintage X Batch, then, the Perfumier Damien Stammers. It came out in 2017, and for 50ml of this you're looking at $69.99 on their website, and if you buy it elsewhere like in England it's going to be whatever that translates to according to the conversion rate in pounds. Notes on it: pineapple, blackcurrant, bergamot, neroli, lavender, cedar, vetiver, patchouli and ambroxan. So what's the smell like on these two? Dior Sauvage first then. Very fresh, very much a modern kind of smell. It's got a certain soapy metallic thing about it, which some people find a little bit annoying, and I find if I wear it for a whole day, I find the smell just comes across a little synthetic and annoying, like a nice shower gel or even a deodorant or something like that. So I find it to be good. It's not there's nothing really in the fragrance I find offensive. I find it very fresh. I don't smell massively natural notes. I don't get really lovely fresh bergamot smell. I just get a sort of general men's fragrance smell. It is powerful, it performs really well, and it's definitely going to appeal to most people and make you smell quite good. It could be worn in any season. It doesn't suggest any particular type of dress code or anything like that. You can wear it in a suit like I'm wearing now, fine, or you can wear it in much more casual attire. It's going to go anytime, any place. It's all things to all people. It's nice, but it's just nice. It doesn't excite me. I don't pick up on any one note that's really good. It doesn't suggest any kind of place in the world. It doesn't suggest the Italian coastline like an Acqua di Parma scent does, or some of my retro favourites suggest a 50s film star. This does none of that. It just suggests a nice clean smell, and that's fine and that's good. So I gave it a 7 out of 10 in my review, and it's around about there. Just good, nice, doesn't excite me. I probably wouldn't own a bottle for my own use if it wasn't for having this channel, where it's good to have the most popular designer fragrance in the world for reference. Let's compare and contrast them. So the competitor is Pineapple Vintage X Batch. Takes the pineapple-y Aventus, Creed Aventus based smells of their other previous versions, and then it's going to add this note of ambroxan in there. It's got a load of other notes that are quite different. So the pineapple's not in Sauvage, nor is the blackcurrant. So it's not really a direct clone, and they're quite similar actually. It must be that ambroxan that gives this kind of soapy, woody, masculine smell that they both have. So there's a lot of similarity, but you won't, if you're smelling them side by side, think that they're identical. People in the air might think, if you wear this, oh, are you wearing Sauvage? That could happen, but there's a difference. This one has a nicer element of citrus notes, and the citrus feel that you get in the opening is brighter, more zesty and more natural, and it doesn't have as much of the sort of slightly soapy metallic feel that Dior Sauvage has. So I prefer the smell of Pineapple Vintage X Batch. I find performance to be about even, very good, just short of beast mode on both. They both last really well and project really well, so you have to be a bit careful. You can go a little bit nose blind here and there and think they're not there, but you get wafts for hours and hours with both. So I put them even in performance, but I would say that Pineapple Vintage X Batch has the edge in smell. It's more natural and citrusy and a little bit fresher and zestier. This one has some citrus element, but it's a little bit leaning more soapy, metallic, shower gel-ish, and it's just something slightly annoying for me over time when I wear it. There's a tiny bit of that too. I don't love this massively after I wear it for a whole day sometimes with X Batch. I think ambroxan tends to be that way a little bit. So neither of them are my favourite type of smell in the world, but I would give Dior Sauvage a 7. I would give this an 8 out of 10 because I think it's got more of a natural opening, and it smells a little bit crisper throughout its life. With this one goes a little bit soapy and metallic and annoying to me after a while. Both good, but neither of them amazing. I'd give the edge, I have to say, to X Batch. But based on the price, you've got to think again a little bit, because 50ml at $70, it's quite a high price for a relatively unknown company, which can't really be regarded as a prestigious niche company at this point in time. So you're looking really at a company that's known for making clones, but claiming that their ingredient quality is higher than the average Middle Eastern cheapo clone house. And indeed, this fragrance does bear that out. It's very good. I think it will get you compliments. You can see the presentation of the bottle is a little bit basic with the sticker there. The box is very nice, but you know, you don't have that assurance of having a Dior product where it's a French prestigious fragrance house, well established for many years. So if you're buying a gift or something, you know, maybe Dior Sauvage is the safer bet. If you're into fragrances, you're looking for a real mass appealing go-to fragrance for day-to-day wear, and you want to buy into this kind of ambroxan world of just super populist fragrance, ladies are probably going to really like it. X Batch is well worth investigating. So are the others from the company, Parfums Vintage. The Pineapple Vintage series do some great replicas of Creed Aventus, particularly Pineapple Vintage Intense, which I really love. Smells like Aventus, but with a more noticeable and obvious realistic pineapple notes. You might want to check that out too. So the winner for me, Parfums Vintage Pineapple Vintage X Batch, 8 out of 10 compared to 7 out of 10 for Sauvage. Let me know if you tried either of these ones. If so, which one do you prefer? And let me know what you thought of this video. As ever, thanks very much for watching. Whatever you're doing in life, let's project. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.